Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the best football podcast on the air. I am your host, TJ Riddell, and we have a special guest here for today. This man, he is a Friday Night Lights legend. You already know. Turns up in my section every night we live it up. All my haters mad, but I don't give a fuck. Hang on one second. We got some echoing. But we got some special stuff going on tonight. We have a special guest. As a matter of fact, he is a Friday Night Lights legend. He is Boobie Mother Effin Miles, number 35, not 45, Terminator X, Boobie Miles. Now, before he gets on here, he is actually connecting through audio right now. He's fixing to connect through the camera as well. Just want to say it's an honor to have the great Boobie Miles to come back to the PMP to come on and talk about NFL. We're here to talk about NFL today. Primarily the NFL season, the NFL Wilcard that's going to happen this weekend and also on Monday. I am truly honored to hear what he has to say about this NFL experience. Boobie, what is
Can you hear me?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
There we go. I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. What's going on, brother?
Hey, I'm telling you, how you doing?
Good. I mean, I was just jamming in my intro song.
Already.
But, I mean, shout out to my boy SGF Kirk. He is actually doing a feature with Rick Ross, believe it or not. Yeah. So he's actually grinding. Yeah. So keep an eye out for SGF Kirk, man, because I know you're big into rap music, and you were a part of a rap music or rap group, So
I love rap. I like that boy Rose for sure.
Whoa, Rose.
That boy, yes, Rose. Hey, nice.
Yeah, for sure. Yes,
nice
sir. Yes, sir.
Rap game right there, Rose.
I tell you what, man. I'll be real honest with you. And speaking of real honest, you were with the Coach JB not too long ago, and I actually watched that interview. I am jealous of him. I am super jealous of him because he conducted a way better interview than me, even though he threw some language barriers there. So
yeah.
If you talk to Coach JB, you gotta throw an F-bomb in there if you talk to Coach JB. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But what's going on with you lately, Boobie? I mean, you got any books that you're selling, journal selling?
I got my journal. I got my journal list out there. 10 things I wish the coach had told me.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's okay.
Yeah. So everything's just acting weird around you, Boobie. But no, I guess it was a starstruck factor for my electronics. They just want to go off. But
like I was trying to tell you, I got my journal is out. 10 things I wish the coach had told me. It's a nice little journal for the athletes, parents, and kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
And it's just a little something that I put together. Well, we put together, my team and I, to work with these athletes and let them know that they're not by themselves. and that
Right.
this ain't all of that. You know, sports is sports, but you know, it's more to life than just sports, and not to
Yeah,
lose
absolutely.
themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So that's what they kind
yeah.
of do. It's a journal so they can go day to day based on things and write things down, and you know, try to confirm with each chapter they go through with 10 chapters. So
Yeah, man. I mean, I look forward to reading your journal too, man. And me, and Becca have been talking. Becca is Boobie's partner and wife as well. She's a sweetheart, man.
yeah, yes,
God bless her, man. I
yeah,
know
yeah,
she's recovering from COVID right
yes,
now.
yeah.
So, and we talked earlier, and man, I hope she feels better. She's a sweetheart, man.
Yeah, she really is, man. She's holding it in there, man. She's holding it down for the fam.
Oh, for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And also, let's talk about some NFL news. What's your take on Lovie Smith being fired by Houston? Now, this is pretty critical. Now, I don't think they did this intentionally. I'm not talking about the firing. I'm talking about firing two African American coaches 2 years in a row. I don't think it's intentional, but that's a pretty bad look for the Houston Texans.
I
Let's be
mean,
honest.
it's a bad look at the wrong season for him. You know, as
Yes.
far as I mean season, I mean as what's going on with the Texans right now as a whole, as a NFL franchise. And this ain't the first time they've been hit with such type of media. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
So
The whole Brian Flores situation too,
right.
man. Like
I think
he
that,
got hit with, or they got hit with that, and they're like, "Oh no, let's grab Lovie Smith," you know, make us look good, you know, and then they just decided to fire him.
right, but it doesn't make nobody look good, you know, and anybody gets fired, whether they're black or white. But knowing
Yeah,
that, I mean, it doesn't surprise me that they got fired, that Lovey got fired. But
yeah,
I mean, is that the answer? No. You know,
no,
the
not
answer is something needs to happen from up in the office, from the head down to
yeah.
the GM.
Well,
That's
I'll
what
be
I think.
honest with you. Yeah. So I have a partner on the Gridiron 64 podcast. He goes by Gabriel Trevino, by the
Mhm.
way. Me and him were actually discussing this topic, not on air, but we're talking about how the Houston Texans organization is just a fucking mess, you know. So
Yeah, it's
I mean, it is
it's
god awful, man. Like,
it's something that could be fixed, man. But if it's not going to take, you know, it's going to take somebody with the right enthusiasm, the right frame of mind, the right things that want to build a franchise. You understand what I'm saying? A team
yeah, absolutely.
to represent the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And as long as you got people like you have that's doing what they do over there now, you know, it's never going to be. There's always going to be some animosity, some
Oh,
BS going on.
absolutely. Like, key in point right here for the Texans, the Bill O'Brien situation with JJ Watt. I mean, you heard about that, right? That was
that was
nuts.
crazy. You know, and that's, you know, of our people watch, man. I mean, I don't know, man. It's I don't know, man. It's crazy, you know. And I was a diehard Houston Oilers fan when I was a kid, you know.
Oh,
Being I was
back in the
born
Warren Moon
right
days.
there. Huh?
Back in the Warren Moon days.
Yeah.
Earl Campbell.
Earl Campbell. You know what
Who
I'm saying?
didn't love that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. See, them days, man. You know,
But I
Eric
tell you,
Dickerson was balling. He was playing for the Colts at that time.
yeah, the Colts
Yeah.
before he
Yeah.
I think he got traded to the Colts, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he got traded to the Colts for a
Mhm.
draft pick, I believe. I couldn't remember, but I mean, he was still Eric Dickerson with the Colts during that time.
Yeah,
So,
right.
I mean,
right.
there's no changing that guy,
Yeah.
And then the Texans actually they requested an interview with Sean Payton. So they're in the mix.
Good coach. And I mean, excellent coach. I mean, that's a good coach. But
yeah,
I mean, he can coach, but what type of freedom is you gonna give him? What type of
that's what
range is you gonna let him have? You feel what I'm saying?
He's not the perfect. He's not the perfect yes man. I will tell you that right now.
No, he's not. He's not a yes man. So you gotta have to understand. You gotta have to give him some reins. Sean Payton is not a box coach, not an inner box coach.
Yeah.
I mean, Sean Payton is really he's a players coach. He's a coach that understands what players want, what need, and he understands the game. And he gonna put that team together the way he wants to put that team together. And I think that's a lot comes with that. And if they're willing to give him that freedom and that type of you know what I'm saying, that responsibility for that team, then hey, that's their man. I like Payton. I like it. Yeah,
I mean it's a sexy fit right there with Sean Payton in Houston. I mean, not too far away from New Orleans.
Right.
But let's pump the brakes on Houston trying to get Sean Payton. I will be honest with you.
Pump the brakes on it.
It ain't gonna happen. You might as well go to Moody, Texas, and have them ask permission to talk to Sean Payton at that point, because good grief.
Oh man. Yeah. That was a nice little dream I sold.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice
I had a dream and it was gone, so that's here's my thing with the Houston Texans organization. It starts up top, the ownership, their owner is so how do I say this in a nice way? I'm not a very nice person once it comes to organizations like the Houston Texans. Their owner, son of a very good owner in the past, McNair, McNair. He is a poor man's Jerry Jones. He is a poor man's Jerry Jones. Instead of trying to find the 5-star talent, he looks for the cupcakes out there. And what I mean, the cupcakes is like the 1-stars, Instead of looking at the Alabamas and the Georgias, you're looking at the Louisiana Lafayettes or the Louisiana Monroes. I mean, not saying those teams are bad. I'm just saying the quality of talent.
Yeah. So what you're saying is he tried to build him a Bill Belichick. A young team, a team of people felt like there was nobody's that was really somebody's. You feel what I'm saying? That came from our big schools and stuff like that.
Yeah, so he's basically trying to be a poor man's Jerry Jones and finding a poor man's Bill Belichick, which that ain't fucking working. There's only one Bill Belichick, and there will be only one Jerry Jones. Just stick to what you know. And honestly, I don't get what's wrong with these guys that get passed down the franchises, Al Harris's son, Mark Davis, Yeah. I mean, that stupid bull haircut just pisses me off every time I look at it. Like, really? You can't just get another haircut? You gotta look like my freaking science teacher in high school? Like, come on, dude.
You don't like the man haircut.
Oh my God, dude. Like, it's like watching a Diary of Wimpy Kid with that guy. But before we move on, Boobie, I gotta thank you for coming on again. I mean, this is your second appearance on the PMP. We tried to make it a second appearance for the national championship game.
Yeah. Man, that was sad.
I made a terrible pick.
Hey, look here. I'm gonna tell you something. Them boys, though, I'm gonna say this. Them boys was shot. The boys was there, actually there.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? There was more starstruck. Now, don't get me wrong. Georgia, I'm absolutely taking nothing from Georgia. Georgia have a nice football squad.
And you know what's crazy about Georgia, right? Brandon Walker, who works for Barstool Sports, he even mentioned that their second team looks better than their starters. So
they got a nice second squad.
They are looking like
They got a
for
nice
real dynasty.
squad on offense.
They're playing NCAA 14 and on.
The quarterback didn't really. Did he throw? I don't even think he threw.
Oh yeah, he threw.
Did he throw the second?
Oh, in the second half, maybe like 2 to 3 passes, but I stopped watching. I'll be honest, I stopped watching like midway through the third. I was falling asleep watching that game. Right. It was brutal. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from the season that TCU had. I mean, TCU had a phenomenal season. I actually picked.
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this here.
Yeah.
You same two teams play again next week, and I bet you it'll be a whole new attitude with TCU.
Probably, yeah. I mean,
you feel what I'm saying? It's just they got there. Them boys there, man. They got there and they was starstruck. They was at awe. You could tell by the way they was playing. They was more like, is it real? You feel what I'm saying? At Georgia, they was just on their Grizzly, man. I mean, them boys.
They're just looking at it at their hands while
wide
receiver wide open.
It was there, but
I knew it was over by the time they walked out of the locker room before the game started. You could just feel that Georgia was ready to kill. Kirby Smart, I don't know if you heard the pregame speech they did, but dude, it made me want to put on pads. It made me want to put on my helmet that I had in Ingleside, sneak into the equipment room and just put on pads and a helmet, run some people over, dude. I mean, it made me want to go play for Kirby, and I'm 26 years old, I mean, Stetson Bennett's 25, but I'm 26 and out of shape. This is out of shape.
Nah. I'm old and out of shape. That boy Bennett, man. I think he's older, but I think he'll do good at the next level. What you think?
Oh, so this is a tricky question because to me, Stetson Bennett would be a really good backup for the NFL, but he is very clutch as well. He is a very good game manager. Right. And Georgia fans have hollered at me about this. They have hollered at me and said, "You're stupid. You don't know what college football's all about." Yeah, dude, because I pay attention to college football, you idiot. Right. So, I mean, I'm glad that y'all are happy that y'all are winning national championships for the first time since 1980. But give me a break. I mean, now y'all are back-to-back champions. We can't say nothing about it now. We got to say, oh shit, Georgia's gonna probably win another one because their second team offense is better than their first.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna be up there.
And they were also second in the recruiting rankings behind guess who? Alabama. So Alabama and Georgia, I am probably making a quick prediction. I could be wrong in the next 6 months where I make my actual predictions, but it might be a way too early prediction where I see Alabama and Georgia in the next.
I see Alabama might make it. Alabama and Georgia might. Both of them might make it. But I'm gonna tell you who I think they might not make it next year in the playoffs unless they extend it, unless they add more
Oh,
teams.
they go back to they go to the 12 team this year, which that's not going to happen. It's going to be the last year of the 14. It's going to be the last year of the 14.
Right. But I give Texas another 2 more years.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I give
You
Texas
saw that?
Yeah.
You saw that, Boobie. Hook 'em, baby. You heard it on the PMP.
Hey, I give Texas another 2 more years, bro.
No, I agree.
They're gonna be somebody to reckon with. They let that coach do what he do. Oh boy, he go, hey.
Yeah.
They just gotta be patient right now.
That's what I'm saying. And that's what's wrong.
Patient. Yeah.
That's what's wrong with our fan base. You know, we have this fan base where we're glad we got this hire from Alabama under the Nick Saban tree and the Pete Carroll tree.
Yeah.
But he did have a dark past where he was an alcoholic and whatnot. In recent time, they were playing in the Alamo Bowl, taking on Washington, and there was a guy that was pressing on his chest, and he said, "Back the fuck up, motherfucker! You shouldn't be touching me, motherfucker!" You know. And I gotta say, I agree with Sark. I believe in Sark, or I agree with him because I get it. You're trying to do your job, but when you're pressing on me and I look over at you like, hey man, chill out, and then you're still pressing on me, that's when I flip that switch, you know. That's when I say enough's enough. And I really do think Sark's doing a really good job, and also Kyle Flood, a really good recruiter for the offensive line. And we have a young team. We have a really young team.
That's why I say give it 2 more years, because that team right there, bro. Hell, they might even gonna make some noise next year. They gonna make some noise next year, bro.
You want to hear you want to hear a college football spoiler real quick, Boobie?
What's that?
On my end, and this is not bias. This is what I feel. I think Texas is going to win the Big 12. Now, are they going to the college football playoff? Is the question. Not necessarily. I think there'll be a 10-win team next season. Most definitely.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. There'll be a 10-win team.
But will they be in the college football playoff? That is yet to be determined.
That's my thing. I say give them 2 more years before they will be a no-brainer that's going to be in the Final Four.
So my thing with Texas,
2 more years.
Yeah. My thing with Texas is they got to have another convincing win over Oklahoma, which Oklahoma had a really good recruiting class this season, but they did get rid of some transfers this season. And some key guys like Marvin Mims did go declare for the draft. But they got Jackson Arnold out of Denton Guyer. He is a stud. I will say that right now. Jackson Arnold, he is a absolute dog. Okay. And then you got Dylan Gabriel, who was injured part of the game of the Texas game, which they got eviscerated. I don't care what Oklahoma fans say. They're stupid. I get toxic when I talk about college football, Boobie. I mean, A&M fans hate me the most. A&M fans hate me the most out of anybody, which doesn't surprise me because
they A&M.
Jimbo Fisher, really?
Man, Jimbo gonna ruin that team, man.
He's already ruining that team. Why do you think Garrett Riley left to go to Clemson?
Yeah, he gonna ruin it.
They tried to interview him. He declined it, and then he goes to Clemson. That is hilarious to me. Like, if you hire Bobby Petrino on your coaching staff, I'm sorry for laughing, but you don't know what you're going to get. It's either going to be a natural disaster waiting to happen with Jimbo Fisher and Bobby Petrino because they're going to argue what playbook works with Jimbo's fucking phone book on the sideline. Do you see that shit? Like, he's holding them fucking like. Let me give you an example.
I don't know what that was, bro. I thought that was.
All right. I have my journals here, right? This is Jimbo Fisher calling his plays.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. That is crazy, man. I was like, whoa, that's like
I
a
saw
lot.
that
Like
shit
you
the
could
other
put
day.
that on the one card or something. Like, whoa, that's a lot.
Have a wristband.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
If you want to be an offensive coordinator or head coach, get a wristband.
Yeah.
Don't be extra. Don't go back to the Florida State 2013 Florida State team because it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work anymore. And plus, you don't have the guys to do that with.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry for A&M fans. I mean, this is coming from a Texas fan. I am so sorry that y'all have to deal with. Actually, I am not sorry because y'all said you're stupid. You don't think or I'm sorry. You think Bobby Petrino's going to come in and be the offense coordinator for Texas A&M? I predicted it a month before, Boobie.
Right.
Like, it is so astonishing that a Texas fan like myself knows more about Texas A&M than the whole fan base. It is so astonishing. And I get heat. I get heat for it. And I'm like, I'm not making y'all lose to Appalachian State, giving them a $1.5 million to Boone, North Carolina. Where the hell is Boone, North Carolina anyway? But yeah, so I need to have you for a college football podcast, Boobie. So we would have so much fun.
Go harder than college.
Right. So what we are here to talk about, though, we did get a little bit off topic. That happens on the PMP a lot.
Right.
But it's all for fun. We are here to talk about the NFL season right now. So we're giving an NFL season recap. Can you name some teams that really impressed you so far, Boobie? I'll start off with you because you're the guest, and the guest gets the honor to choose who was impressive.
Who's impressive this year? I would say I like the Bengals.
Yeah.
Bengals was impressive this year.
Wait, Bengals or Eagles?
The Bengals.
Okay.
The Eagles are impressive, but I like the way the Bengals have been playing last couple of years. Joe Burrow, so he shows why he was the number one pick, man. And even after coming back from that knee surgery, you know what I'm saying? He seemed to pick up the paces real quick. You know what I'm saying? And got right back on schedule. And I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna say also another team that I say, just give them some time, let them get the right coach. The Jaguars.
Yes, that is actually a playoff team. They're
the playoffs.
For a split second, I thought you were going to say the Detroit Lions, and I was going to say they do deserve a little recognition, but they didn't make it to
Detroit has played better the second half of the season too. But but the Jaguars have most definitely. You start to see the Trevor Lawrence. He's starting to feel better playing, in the league now. You know what I'm saying? He's loosening up. He's able to be a little bit more creative, like he was when he was on the college level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for that man to get surrounded by some more talent.
Oh, for sure, man. I mean, you get Trevor Lawrence. Lawrence's sky is up or his potential is up the limit, So I see really good things coming out of T-Law and the Jaguars next season. I really do. And their defense is they're dogs. Okay, they are dogs. So
their defense that's what wins championships. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Even though I didn't play on the defensive side of the ball, but defense is what win championships. Offense sells tickets.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? You
Amen.
got to.
Yeah.
That's where you got to start. You get you a good quarterback. You gonna need you a captain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gonna need your captain gonna run the ship. But that defense, man, you got to have if you plan on winning, you got to put together your good defense before you do anything else.
Sure. Yeah. So
I say that to say this. That's what Philadelphia has done.
Yes.
And that's what I like about Philly. You know, even though I am a Jalen Hurts fan, Texas boy, you know what I'm saying?
Even though he was a Crimson Tide and Sooner, God bless his soul.
Yeah.
But no, I see what you're saying with Jalen Hurts. He is like you said on the Coach JB show, he is a very hard worker. He puts in the work. You know, when he was in Oklahoma, I think he was also doing it in Alabama. After each and every game, he'd hit the weight room and do squats.
Yeah.
I mean, what quarterback does that?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't see that in the new age of quarterback.
Yeah.
You know, you'd probably see Ken the Snake Stabler fucking smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
But you don't see a quarterback, let alone quarterbacks who are mobile, just
go out
right after a game. I mean, he probably ran like 150 yards with 250 on his passing, you know? And you would think, man, he's probably fucking tired, you know?
Yeah.
No, Jalen Hurts is just a whole different breed once it comes to fitness and whatnot.
I like that kid, man. He got his heart. His heart reminds me of my heart. Like he loves the game. He gonna be a student. He gonna be the football what Jordan is the basketball. Watch this thing. Just give him some time, man.
Yeah, for sure, man.
That kid is good, man. He's that good.
Yeah, I mean, and also with Jalen Hurts too. Like, I mean, Nick Sirianni is a character, dude. Like, you know who Nick Sirianni is, the head coach for the Philadelphia Eagles, right? I mean, when I first saw him coach against the Cowboys this season, and I'm a Cowboys fan by heart too, I couldn't help but laugh because this dude, his competitive spirit is on a whole different level. So I don't know if it's a thing in New York or if it's a thing in Philadelphia or whatever, but apparently sportsmanship means fuck you piece of shit, fuck you to Mike McCarthy, which honestly I respect that because I am not a fan of Mike McCarthy. I am really not a fan of him because how in the hell do you have Aaron Rodgers on your team and you only win one Super Bowl with him and you have a championship caliber defense, you know, one Super Bowl out of your whole entire coaching career, and Matt LaFleur too. Like, I don't get these guys over in Green Bay in the front office over there. They don't like wide receivers over there.
Yeah.
So you already know my disappointing team, which I kind of felt like they were going to fall off on the face of the earth. The three impressive teams to me.
Who?
You already mentioned Jacksonville, which with Doug Peterson being there and helping out Trevor Lawrence, I think that's a good fit. I actually loved the hire. I thought this was a redemption team for Doug Peterson and his first season in the playoffs. I mean, what a turnaround for Doug Peterson and the Jaguars. Another team I was really impressed with this season. I thought they were actually going to be trailing this season, but they actually weren't. And that was the Kansas City Chiefs, who are now the number one seed. Like, I had a feeling. I don't know why. I just had this feeling. Broncos had star power. I believed in the hype. That's what it was.
Yeah.
The Broncos, the Raiders, and also you got the Chargers, who has really good young talent. But and also Tyreek's gone. So who's he gonna throw to? Then Juju Smith Schuster comes in.
Come on, Tyreek was the only reindeer they had over there.
Yeah, and then Travis Kelce too.
Tyreek was the only reindeer they had over there. They had about 2-3 more reindeers over there. They get out there.
Nicole Hardman.
Yeah.
But Patrick Mahomes, I mean, a lot of people say that he's overrated because people keep saying that he's the GOAT. He hasn't reached the GOAT status yet. Once you reach where Tom Brady's at, then come talk to me. You know,
but I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah.
Something like Jordan comes around once in a while. Something like Tom Brady comes around once in a while. He may not be Tom Brady. He may not win 6 Super Bowls like Tom. Well, he might. He just might. It's just the way he played the game, and that's what changes up. You know, how we look at it, how the young generation looks at it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To a lot of people, they'll say that he's the GOAT. That's that's like, you can go again with basketball again. That's like, a lot of people don't believe LeBron James should be called the GOAT. Right. LeBron just brought the game different.
Yeah.
Different way to the game, you know what I'm saying?
And honestly, with that being said, I think a lot has changed in the game, like to make it to where people think a certain person is a different. I think people think that the game has changed. There's a different GOAT. You know what I mean? But to me, and I used to. If I was 10 years old right now, I'd hate myself for saying this, but Tom Brady is the GOAT because
he is. Hands down, Tom Brady. Six Super Bowls, man. That's 6. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. But you also have some good quarterbacks that was before Tom.
Yep. Joe Montana.
That's gonna be after Tom. They might not accomplish They might not accomplish 6 Super Bowl rings.
I don't think anybody is going to get even close to Tom Brady. I'll just say that right now.
I don't know.
I mean, the closest one I could think of is possibly Joe Burrow or Pat Mahomes because they have really good talent. And honestly, I think Joe Burrow is slightly better than Patrick Mahomes. It might be a hard take. It might be a hard take, but I think Joe Burrow could potentially be a better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes. I mean, Caleb's probably looking at the screen right now.
What do he need to be better than Patrick Mahomes to you?
A Super Bowl win for one. I mean,
that ain't gonna make him better than Patrick Mahomes.
No.
Mahomes, if he win a Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying. That's not gonna make him. What's gonna make him better is them stats.
The stats too. Yeah, I was just about to get to that.
And hard work. That's what's gonna make him better.
The QBR.
People think Patrick Mahomes worked, man.
Yeah.
He worked. He worked, man. He loves his craft, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So he studies his craft. That's a Texas boy. That's what we do, man.
Yep. White House graduate.
Yes, sir.
Former Red Raider, which
yes, sir.
Games are going down.
West Texas football, Red Raider. Yeah. Don't get up. I hold them guns up too now. West Texas.
I don't want to go back to that time where I was living up in Lubbock and I was holding up the guns and disappointing my family. This was funny story, Boobie. And this is about the late great Mike Leach. I wish I would have had him on.
Mike.
Yeah, I wish I would have had the pirate on the podcast. It would have been a fantastic podcast.
Yeah,
Probably the best podcast we'd ever have on the PMP
yeah.
because it'd probably be talking about chimpanzees and Sasquatches. I mean, you never know with Mike Leach. But anyway, so I was 9 years old, living up in Lubbock, and uh, I went to my first Red Raider game, and they were playing against Oklahoma State. Mike Gundy was just got there as a coach, as a head coach. This was his
Yeah.
first or second season as the Pokes head coach. High scoring game, of course, and I was about 6 rows away from the Red Raider bench. So, and I could see Mike Leach.
Yeah.
That made me love Texas Tech football right there. I mean, I'm a Longhorn fan thick and throughout, but
Yeah.
something about Texas Tech that I just happen to respect, and it was Mike Leach. And this
Yeah.
was with Cody Hodges, I believe, was the starting quarterback before
Quarterback,
Graham
yeah.
Hill.
Hodges,
A little bit after Cliff Kingsbury and
yeah.
Sonny Cumby.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just, and listen, Boobie, like that's when I became a fan of Mike Leach. I was
Yeah.
never a Red Raider fan.
Right, for just coach. Yeah, he's a good coach, man. That's another one of those coaches that understand the players, understand them kids and where they're coming from, man. And where
Yeah,
they try to get to.
exactly.
He got that chemistry automatically.
Yeah, and it's so fascinating what type of connection he has with his quarterbacks and
Yeah.
and in the air raid offense.
One of the best.
Yeah. From the PMP, rest in peace, Mike Leach, and
Yes, sir.
hopefully
Yes, sir.
you're on the podcast in spirit. I
Yeah.
made a tribute video to Mike Leach, so it was kind of
Oh,
kind
okay.
of
Nice.
I
Nice.
felt bad. So when I'm requesting for my birthday from my friends, and they know who the hell I'm talking about, Boobie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want a Mike Leach cake. I want a face of Mike Leach
Mike Leach
on the cake.
Yeah.
No candles on it. I swear to God, if there's a candle on that cake, I'm going to lose my mind because Mike Leach does not deserve a candle on his fucking face.
Yeah.
The man is a national treasure. He will be missed and we love him.
Yeah.
But back to NFL. Yeah, I just think that the Jaguars are in a really good spot right now and a potential threat in the playoffs. And I will say that right now on the PMP. The next, and also the Kansas City Chiefs, I said, was really impressive to me.
Yeah.
They looked very dominant this season. They really did. There are some games that they were like, they're about to get beat. But then there's games that were like, well, there's Patrick Mahomes.
Only thing I'm gonna tell you what it is with them.
Yeah.
They gonna score. You got to stop them from scoring because if Kansas playing Detroit, hell, if Detroit can score 40 points and they got 45 points, come on, man.
Yeah,
it's all about you stopping them. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stop them.
Stop the tempo.
Because see, like defense, they don't have no defense either.
That's what happened to TCU. They couldn't stop the tempo for Georgia. And what blew my mind was where was the outside contain against Georgia? That's where Georgia was attacking the most.
Yeah,
and as a former defender, as a former linebacker, Coach Bobby Boyd, he's probably watching this. Shout out to him because he was my linebacker coach over in Moody High School. He would have made us do bear crawls after the game. Like, you missed a tackle, you're doing up downs right here, motherfucker. So, I mean, geez, this guy was awesome. I mean, I need him on the podcast too because he's another real motherfucker too. So
oh man, yeah, I like
and I
those.
haven't talked to that guy since my freshman year when I moved away halfway through the season. It was kind of sad because you build a brotherhood like we talked about
Right.
on here on the podcast with
Right.
your high school team, and it was kind of sad, you know, and it was dark and gloomy for both sides, you know. But
Right.
he told me some shit today that I could not fathom. So that'll be
Yeah.
another time, like what my partner says. It's another time for another day for that.
Yeah, yes, sir.
But
Yes, sir.
my last team that I was really impressed with this season, Seattle. Geno Smith.
Geno Smith. Yes, I was very
That
impressed
man
with Geno.
went on a revenge tour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Geno let you know, man, I'm still here. I ain't going nowhere. I'm still here dropping jewels. Yeah.
And you know it's crazy. I think the Seahawks looked a lot better without Russell Wilson, and they really looked good with Geno Smith.
they did. They actually did. They actually did.
That was before Russell Wilson left, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw the signs. I was like, maybe they should start playing Geno more, you know. And then the trade goes on, and everybody's freaking out. I'm part of that group, saying, "Wow, the Broncos are going to do well." Well, they fucking faltered this season.
No defense.
And then I look over on the other side. I'm like, I wonder what Seattle's doing. They got a 9-8 record, you know, and I'm sitting there like, what?
Yeah.
Like, and they're about to play probably one of the scariest team to play in the playoffs, and that's San Francisco.
Yeah.
So we'll get more in depth about that here in a little bit. But we're gonna go ahead and start off with the AFC side, Boobie.
Okay.
So I want to know who you got and why, and what's gonna be the key factor for both teams to win, for your perspective, because man, I really do think that that there's going to be a key player and a key factor for all these teams to play. So we're going to start off with a Saturday game with the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Who do you got? Who's a key factor, and why is that team going to win?
Man, that's you saying the Chargers and the Jaguars?
Yeah, at Duval. Oh, wait. I got to do this for my fans over in Jacksonville, Florida, because I was stationed in Jacksonville. Duval!
All right.
Yeah, you got to represent the 904, brother.
Right on.
So, yeah, you got Justin Herbert taking on Trevor Lawrence. I mean,
classic.
And Travis Etienne and Austin Eckler. That's an interesting matchup. That's a spicy matchup.
That's going to be a good football game. And I'm going to take I'm going to go with Jacksonville by 10.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to take Jacksonville, and they're going to win by 10.
All right.
And I take Jacksonville because that defense, man, is they riled up.
Yeah.
They riled up. Man. They ready. That Dallas game. That Dallas game showed them something.
Yeah, don't give me started with that game.
That Dallas game showed them something. Man. They just set up and play. Huh?
Dallas sold on your boy.
They the Cowboys. They 12-3. Don't worry about it. Just set up and ball, man. And look what happened.
Why would you throw it on 3rd down and 10 or 3rd down Why would you throw it on third down when it's a minute 20 something left on the clock? See, this is what I'm talking about for Dallas. I will get more. I will rant a little bit more here in a little bit about Dallas, but we're going to
Yeah.
stick to the AFC side. And
Yeah.
I think this is going to be an interesting game. The key factors are the defenses, like you said. I
Yeah.
think Jacksonville's defense is a little bit tougher than
Yeah.
LA's defense right now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a pretty good battle between Trevor Lawrence and
Yeah.
Justin Herbert.
Most definitely. And I'm gonna take on that battle right there. I'm
Yeah,
gonna take Herbert.
yeah,
I'm gonna take
I
him.
agree. I
You
agree
know
with
what I'm
that.
saying? Yeah, I'm gonna take him because he's in jail with his receivers.
Yeah,
Trevor Lawrence is jailed, but not
not
like
nearly as
yeah.
not nearly as much talent as
Right,
LA
there you
has.
go. There you go.
And
That's
you know
the
what?
yeah.
And you know what? I hate to say this for
Is
my.
Allen gonna play?
It looks like he is. It's Mike Williams that's questionable for the
Is it?
Chargers. But, however, despite Jacksonville having a better defense than LA, I think LA's offense is just a hint better than that defense. Give me the Chargers by 7 points in this game.
Okay.
So the first disagreement of the podcast. So now we're going to move on to the Sunday games where we got a AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills, which DeMar Hamlin, I'm glad he's doing much better now. He's recovering now.
Yeah. He
He's
left the
placed on
hospital.
IR.
Yeah.
You know, that's a scary scene to see right
Oh
there.
yeah, man.
I
Heck
mean, I prayed as soon as it happened, and
man. I was like,
whew,
I could, man. That could have been anybody. That could be at any time. You know,
yeah,
bro. That's something that you can't even like. I'm still like at awe. This young man, he bounced back. You know,
yeah, for sure.
God was with him, bro, and he
Yeah, for
bounced
sure.
back, man. And all the love in this whole country, man. Show love. That's
Yeah.
how you. I mean, you don't have to come together with such tragedies and things like that, but man,
Yeah.
I mean, God, I couldn't even fathom what his family was feeling at that moment.
Yeah, I
You know what I'm
I
saying?
couldn't agree with you more, man. I mean,
Yeah. But he's
like
here.
I've seen,
Thank you, Lord, he's here. And
yeah,
I'm glad that young man made it, man. I'm glad he's, you know what I'm saying, he's doing well. I'm glad he's out the hospital. Let's take it one day at a time, young man. If you're out there listening, man,
yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean,
strong, man. 3, man. You know
like
what
everybody says, this is more than just football. It is human life right here.
Right.
And you got kids, man. Just take your time, relax, spend time with your kids, and once you're ready, once your body is ready, more importantly, because I have seen it before where guys think they're ready,
Yeah, and they're not ready.
and their body cannot handle it, and they're not the same. So
it's a mental thing too.
Yeah,
you got
for sure.
Mentally, you can't just be physically ready. You got to be mentally ready too, because on the contrary, on the opposite side of that, you could be physically ready, but you're not mentally.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So either way it goes, you put yourself in a position to where, yeah, you physically ready, but mentally you're not. So you get out there and you half-ass it, then guess what? You end up hurt again.
Yeah, for sure.
So you got to be physically and mentally ready.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen people break collarbones out in the field, and this was back in Pee Wee too. Broken collarbones, broken femurs, broken legs. But I have never seen anybody go down with a cardiac arrest.
I
That
know
was,
it. That's scary, bro. But that's
yeah,
just imagine how you out there flying and diving and jumping and leaping and man, you going bodies flying over here and you jumping 10 feet away to try to make a tackle. Bro,
yeah,
that's you shaking up everything inside your body, bro. It
yeah,
ain't just still everything moves around. You get hit and bent up and all certain kind of ways so that the inside of your body.
yeah.
He took
Like you're,
that hit, like he
mhm,
took that hit to the chest. Oh boy, it's like he leaned in with his shoulder, and
yeah,
he was up high like this,
yeah.
and he took that thud to the chest.
And I want to make this clear. It was nobody's fault that happened. And for the people that blame T. Higgins for that, they're ignorant as fuck for
Oh yeah,
that.
they're very ignorant.
And I don't know if you watch The View. I don't watch The View, but I saw some of the most profound shit I've ever seen on The View,
Uh-huh,
and I made a video on this as well,
uh-huh.
where I was sitting there analyzing the whole segment of what they were talking about. Not once did they mention DeMar Hamlin besides we're thinking about you. And then they go on to talk about head injuries and concussions and all
Right,
these
right.
bullshit injuries that anybody could. I've been hitting the noggin a lot, man. Like
Yeah,
I played probably the most two dangerous skill positions in football. That is middle linebacker
yeah,
and fullback. The
yeah,
most contacted skill position
yeah,
right there. And first thing, Booby, like, and this is skill position. I'm not talking about offensive lineman either, because I
yeah,
did play that at practice. I will say that I will
yeah,
count that on my resume.
yeah.
Um, you know, you're gonna get hit in the head a lot of times,
Oh
and
yeah.
and those Karens on that show, okay. And I'll say this once more, and I'll say it again on this show. I don't care if anybody tries to cancel me for this. Um, that show is made to divide women from men. Um, they want to take away from masculinity, and you could just tell from Joy Behar's dumbass. And I have the right to say that. I'm using my freedom of speech. So,
Yeah.
Joy Behar, shame on you for even trying to. She brought up politics into this situation. Do you
Uh-huh.
know how ignorant that is? Like,
Yeah.
like, say if you and me were having a conversation about DeMar Hamlin, right? Talking about cardiac arrest, but we don't even talk about that. We talk
Yeah.
about how say for instance your son gets an injury on his on a leg injury, like he pulled a hamstring, but he got hit. Okay,
Yeah.
first of all, does that even make sense? He got hit with a
Yeah. Let's
pulled
put it
hamstring.
in. Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
I
I
mean, he
don't
can
think
get
so.
hit. You can get hit and pull your hamstring. I mean, it can happen.
It can happen,
It
but
can happen,
how,
but I mean,
it's a
you say
rarity.
what did you said he got hurt?
He got
That's
hurt.
why he pulled a hamstring, or he pulled a hamstring and that's why he's hurt.
So she
So
was
what are
saying
they
that
saying?
she said that he pulled a hamstring after he got hit, which to me that was kind of questionable a little bit. And
Yeah.
then the way she said it was weird. This is Sunny hosting on the View too. I don't like to talk about the View anyway because I think that show's ridiculous and it's a terrible show. So anyway, she goes and goes, "Oh, that could," like talking about her son. "Oh, that could happen to my brain." So what I took from that was apparently a pulled hamstring can neurologically fuck up your brain. Is what she's basically telling me. What the fuck is she talking about? And then you got Joy Behar.
I don't know. You got me on that one, man.
Like,
Nah.
and then you got Joy Behar reading statistics, talking about men, brings up white men, and then brings up conservatives percentage, and then just saying, like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, the first of all, man,
go eat
that's
a fucking crab cake or whatever you do. But go
those
appease your
are,
husband. I mean,
I don't
jeez.
even think none of those ladies even watch
Understand the
football.
fundamentals of
Whoopi
football.
might watch football, but I
Yeah.
don't know if any of them really even care for football.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
And I had to say that because the whole DeMar Hamlin bring up, and
Yeah.
I do apologize for bringing that up, fans, because we are here to talk about the wild card. So we got the Miami Dolphins, who was 9-8. They barely scraped by the New York Jets to sneak into the playoffs.
Yeah.
To take on the Buffalo Bills, who, if they do end up winning and they meet up the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game, they'll be playing at Atlanta, Georgia, in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Or I hope I said that right. Not the Superdome, but you know what I mean.
The stadium, yeah.
Yeah. So
why would they do that? Why they don't? That's new. That's new to me. What you mean?
Well, because they canceled the game for Cincinnati and Buffalo, and they're putting neutral site for, which I don't necessarily agree with it, but whatever the NFL makes it interesting, you know. I mean, whatever brings TV, you know, whatever brings people to the TV screen. But then you got Miami, who's going to start Skylar Thompson. Tua Tagovailoa is not starting. I think this is a good thing for Tua, because if he gets in there and bangs his head one more fucking time, I think he's gonna be a fucking vegetable. That's just my opinion. He's a great quarterback. He's a great quarterback.
Good quarterback, but man, it's not worth the risk, man.
No, I mean, not at all.
It's not to me.
I mean, look at Jim McMahon.
I don't care. Yeah, I mean, would it hurt? Yeah. What's the long term effect is, man? You would be hell no.
Yeah. You got me fucked up.
That's a no-brainer.
Like,
I have to retire right now. Going on to retire.
Yeah, honestly, if you got me from Moody, I would probably say, fuck you, I'm playing. But if you got me from Ingleside playing, I'd say, maybe I'll sit out one more game.
Yeah.
But so you got Josh Allen taking on Skylar Thompson, former Kansas State Wildcat. Raheem Mostert, he is questionable in this game as well. Look, I'm going to say this. Bills Mafia, we're riding into the AFC Championship.
Yeah, I got Buffalo on this.
I mean, this ain't going to be pretty. I think it's going to be a 20-point game.
I think it might look good first half.
Yeah.
First half, it might look good. Say, I don't know how if Uncle Boy can get heal the ball. You know. But I think it'll be a good game first half.
Yeah.
But I believe I know Buffalo gonna beat them, man. They're gonna beat them. They're gonna beat them pretty good.
So we got the next game, Boobie. So this situation is really weird because we got Baltimore taking on Cincinnati again. And they just had this matchup last week.
Right.
And Baltimore's going to take on Cincinnati again. Lamar Jackson's out.
Yeah.
For Baltimore.
Yeah, I didn't think I would be ready to play. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a report that he is out. He is not going to be able to play. And Tyler Huntley is questionable in this game. I got Cincinnati, man. I just can't pick against the
Eagles. With Cincinnati too. I'm wrong with Cincinnati too, man. Joe gets showing up, man.
Yeah, I think Baltimore's defense is going to help out in this game, but I just think Cincinnati's the more.
They're going to be too tired.
They're going to be the more superior team, and time of possession is going to work out for Cincinnati. Give me the Bengals 27-13. So next game is or NFC West. This is also on Saturday, January 14th. We got Seattle taking on San Francisco in an NFC West matchup. San Francisco is favored. Brock Purdy. Nobody thought Mr. Irrelevant would shine in the last several weeks, Yeah. And San Francisco's looked really good with Brock Purdy. I gotta say this about Brock Purdy. I saw the potential in this guy when he played at Iowa State. This guy is a very good quarterback, and he can make plays. He can make boneheaded decisions. I mean, take a look at when he played against TCU. When that was a goofball decision. But I will say this: with I think with Christian McCaffrey went to the 49ers.
Yeah, they got a nice offense over there. They got a nice backfield. They got it going on over there, man, offensive wise.
Yeah,
so all he got to do is contribute.
Yeah.
That's all he got to do, bro.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Yeah, all he got to do is go with the plan.
Yeah.
Keep it nice and take what they give you. Don't try to be no hero. You got too many weapons.
I think Kyle Shanahan's doing a phenomenal job with Brock Purdy as well. Just trying to get him to play a balanced offense, a simple offense that's working really efficiently.
Right.
But they're taking on Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks. I mean, this is going to be I think this is going to be one of the few games that I think is going to be good. Like
Seattle got to step up on defense, man, and they showed that
do.
They got it. They showed that they got that killer D too, man. But sometimes, it's like they get toward the end, like they lose heart, man. They lose heart, right? In the fourth quarter, it's like they give up, man.
Yeah. So who do you got, man?
I'm gonna go with San Fran, man. I'm gonna roll with San Fran. I'm gonna go with San Fran. I'm gonna say San Fran by 17.
Woo! Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you, man. I think San Fran's gonna win 17 against the Seattle Seahawks.
17, yeah. Yes, sir.
Now we got a rematch on Sunday between the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. Same exact matchup. You got Daniel Jones taking on Kirk Cousins. Battle of the overrated quarterbacks. Just kidding. I think Daniel Jones is a pretty good quarterback, and I think Kirk Cousins is pretty good too.
I do too.
I think a lot of people are saying that the Vikings are going to lose this game. I don't think so.
You don't know who's going to show up.
I don't think so.
Is the team that got embarrassed by the Cowboys going to show up, or is the team or is the Minnesota Vikings the one who is that right after that they smashed? Who they smashed?
Oh God! I mean,
they smashed somebody right after that. You'd be like, Ali, what y'all gonna do?
I can actually look that up right now.
Huh?
They actually played against the Cowboys 43, and then
they lost.
I mean, they played in very close games up until the Packers game, and they lost to the Packers.
Yeah.
But at the same time, and they lost to the Lions. You know what? Scratch my pick for the Vikings. I'm going with the Giants. I think the G-men have got this game. For one, they're not going to make the same. It's hard to be. I say this all day, every day, and that's a saying by my mama. Hopefully, I can trademark that at some point when I get rich. But I think Brian Dibble has done a really good job with the Giants, and the Giants did a really good job without their starters playing against the Eagles starters. So I think the G-men are going to win, but it's going to be a very close game. I think it's going to be a 6-point game. What do you think, Boobie?
I will say this is like I said, it depends on with Minnesota, which Minnesota Viking team gonna show up.
Are they going to be the
if
purple people eaters, or are they going to be the I'm scared of Green Bay and Dallas?
Right.
Which I don't know how you could be scared of Dallas. They just lost to the Commanders, like a team that can't even figure out their own fucking team name. All right, I'm already getting hot, Boobie, because of the Cowboys. But who do you got for the Giants and the Vikings before I go on my tangent about the Cowboys?
I'm gonna go with the Vikings, man.
Woo! Okay. See, here's what's wrong with the PMP. We agree way too much, like me and Caleb. Now I got somebody to compete with. Now, in all seriousness, K-Dub, he's right now he's a little busy with the fam.
Okay.
He's got so much going on in his life right now. So
That's good.
he'll be back eventually, guys.
Yeah.
Just be patient because the sim head of all academies will be back. I assure you that. So, and he'll make his first appearance on 2023 PMP soon. But last game we're going to talk about, okay? It's a Monday night game.
Monday night.
Tampa Bay, Florida. Just imagine, Boobie.
Tampa Bay.
Pirate ship. Raymond James Stadium.
Raymond James.
Got Tom Brady, Mike Evans,
Tom Breezy,
Leonard Fournette. All these Buccaneer fans are enjoying the night, And then you get America's team to come in.
Okay? America's team.
Got wonderful Dak Prescott, wonderful Mike McCarthy. Okay, here's what I got a problem with the Dallas motherfucking Cowboys, all right? One game, they're fucking amazing. Like, they played against the Eagles. Yeah, they played against Gardner Minshew. Look, I don't give a fuck. If they win, they win, okay? But you play against a fucking rookie quarterback in Sam Howell, and he doesn't even play that good, and he still lose 26-6. Your defense is beat the fuck up. You're turning the ball over way too much. You're not giving the ball enough to Tony Pollard, and you're throwing it behind the receivers. I mean, I made a bet a long time ago, Boobie. I don't think you've seen my hair the last time we talked. I have beautiful locks, okay? Even though I have a receding hairline. I picked the Cowboys over the Packers. Well, the Packers beat the Cowboys and the Longhorns lost to TCU. I figured that TCU was going to beat Texas. I did not think that Aaron Rodgers and Christian Watkins would explode out of the gate and beat the Cowboys. And now I got to resort into this. Yeah. I mean, I was skinhead bald.
Yeah.
I was American History X in the DVD aisle, bro. Like, because of these guys.
Yeah, Cowboys will do it to you. Cowboys will do it to you.
They still owe me compensation, Boobie.
Yeah.
The Jacksonville game. 40-34 in overtime. They lost. The Houston Texans game. They should have whooped the shit out of Houston. 27-23.
Yeah.
The Titans game. Playing against Joshua Dobbs, who just got called in to play for the Titans. 8 days notice.
Yeah.
27-13. I mean, this offense has been atrocious, And I just don't have enough confidence that Tom Brady's undefeated against the Cowboys, okay? He's about to be 8-0 against the Cowboys. Give me Tom Brady and the Buccaneers by 14 in this game. That's how bad I think this game's going to go for the Cowboys.
Ooh, by 14.
Look, I want my Cowboys to win, but Mike McCarthy, Ellen Moore. Huh?
You're a Cowboy fan?
Yes. I'm hurt. This is me hurt, Boobie.
Oh, my God.
Look.
Out there, y'all listening out there, this man is a Cowboy fan. Do y'all hear him?
They already know, Boobie.
They already know? Well, y'all already know. I'm not a Cowboy fan.
Yeah.
I am not a Cowboy fan, but I am a realist, though.
Okay.
I am a realist. I love football. When it comes to football, I keep it 1,000.
For sure.
Now, the Tampa Bay Cowboys, so you say you're gonna go against the grain.
I'm a realist, man.
Okay, so you okay? Real. That's what I need to hear. So you gonna keep it real and go against the grain.
You know, all the cool kids say, I'm keeping it 100, you know?
Yeah, you keeping it 100.
You know,
okay.
I just don't have enough confidence in our offense right now, you know? And the play calling has been bull jive, like what Shannon Sharp says. It is bull jive, and Skip Bayless needs to quit kissing Mike McCarthy's ass and get off of Twitter because he is making an ass out of himself, you know? But
look. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You got two problems going on with that offense. You got
Kellen Moore.
Dak need to he needs to settle down.
Yeah.
He needs to chill out. I don't know, whatever he got going on. He ain't shook up.
No.
But he needs to, it's something else going on with that. He not shook up.
He ain't going through what Tom Brady's going through.
Well,
I mean,
Tom Brady going through some things, but hey, but I believe if Dak can settle down, first quarter gonna tell you what type of game the Cowboys offense gonna have. If they come out throwing the ball, they're confident in Dak. Dak's gonna beat Tom Brady. Dak's gonna go ahead and retire Tom Brady for this year. I promise you. Because I'm gonna tell you, the defensive side of the ball is for the act of fool, man. It's one thing.
I have more confidence in my defense now, and they're banged the fuck up right now. I mean,
they are banged up. But I think
DeMarcus Lawrence, he's questionable. Jonathan Hankins, he is on injury reserve. And also Tyron Smith, he's questionable for the offensive tackle. So that's another key part for that offense.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know Tyron Smith was still questionable. I thought he was practicing.
I mean, he's questionable. I don't know if he's going to be able to play, but I mean, Micah Parsons can't do everything, you know? I mean, what's he going to have to do? Like, you can't just make it fucking Madden and expect him to play running back.
That's what you got to work with what you got, man. You got to pull some stuff, bro. We got to shoot that gas. If you playing Tom, look, this is just me. This is just me.
Yeah.
If I'm a defensive coordinator and I'm playing against Big Arm Tom, every down till it's all zeros on that clock, I'm shooting that gas at Tom.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I'm shooting gas. Hey, Tom, you're going to have to move around this here game, bro. You ain't finna just sit in the pocket. I'm shooting that gas every time. Every time he step back there, throw that ball, somebody coming.
Somebody press engage 8. Engage 8.
Come on, man.
Mad Dogs.
That's what you got to do. You keep that pressure on Tom, you're going to shake him up, man.
Yeah.
It's been done.
Yeah.
It's been done. You keep that pressure on Tom, man, you gonna get what you want. But you got to keep that pressure on him, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to keep that pressure on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, big arm, Tom. And if Tom find, he found any type of cracker corner, he gonna get you.
Yeah.
He better not find nothing. He gonna get you, man. That man, That man, he good at his craft. But if you keep that pressure on him, man, who was that they played? Prime example, Atlanta. When they played against the Falcons. You see how I was shooting that gas back there? They were shooting cornerbacks deep, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Getting that nickel back and they shoot that, man, come on, bro. They kept that pressure on them. At the end, they took the pressure off. And guess what Tom did? Exposed their ass. That's how they beat them.
And you know who was the head coach during that time? Dan Quinn.
Yeah,
the Cowboys defensive coordinator.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. You have your pressure on these people the whole game, and then at the end, and you decide to stop.
Yeah.
Shit, not me.
Fuck that. I just keep
I'm gonna pass until it's all zeros on the clock. I'm not gonna let you do nothing. Yeah. I know what you're capable of. You know
that motherfucker don't run a 4.8 or a 4.7.
Yeah, you don't give Tom Brady. You don't go down there and score and make the 30-26, huh? So now I got to get in the end zone. And then you leave Brady with a minute and 40-something seconds.
Right.
Like, you don't do that.
Yeah, for sure, man.
That. Yeah, you can't do that with Brady, bro.
So
you can't do that shit. You can't do that with Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, hell no.
You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But I think if Dallas come on with it, bro. If Dallas come on with it, man, get the motherfucker, get their mind right, man. Get it together, man. Because I'm not a Cowboy fan. I'm a football fan. I like the Cowboys. Feed the ball to Zeke, man. Feed the ball to Pollard, man. Y'all got a hell of a combination back there, Cowboys. I don't see what the problem is, man. You got Lamb, you got Galloway, you got T.Y. What's his name, man? Come on,
Hilton.
Man.
You got Noah Brown who's emerging, And
come on, man. Y'all got the Harlem Globetrotters over there, bro.
Yeah, and until fucking Dak turns into shit McGee, and it blows my fucking mind. My buddies out here.
Man, hey, look, y'all get off that, man.
Yeah,
that prone to make mistakes like everybody else. He got to take the heat, even when the defense mess up. Dak got to take the heat. But y'all got to understand, man. That man got a lot of pressure. He's the quarterback.
That is true.
But he needs to take what they giving him, man. Damn that! He don't go. I hear a lot of these sportscasters, sports announcers, or whatever.
Yeah.
These guys, he can't go downfield. He can't do this.
That
I
ain't
seen
true.
Dak go downfield when he need to go.
Yeah. Like,
you know what I'm saying? I done seen him make 50-yard passes.
Yeah. So here's my thing with Dak.
Take what they give you, man. That's what I'm saying. Don't be trying to overthink them. Take what they give you.
Yeah.
Kill them this way. Right. Yeah. You kill them one way and then said the running game. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's what my problem is.
Thoroughbreds back
with
there.
Dak,
Yeah.
He is a very good quarterback. Coming out of Mississippi State, I liked it. I liked him in the draft. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I liked him coming into the Cowboys to replace Romo. I knew it was meant for that.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, he is a good quarterback. But he tends to overthink his throws, and that's part of the problem. Yeah. Now, Kellen Moore, his play calling is worse. And Mike McCarthy,
that's another thing I see with Dallas too. You right, man.
I mean,
they calling, man.
And Panthers, y'all can have Kellen Moore. I don't want him anymore. If you want, I'll wrap him up in a bouquet if you want, and I'll send them to you in Charlotte for free. Yeah, I'll pay the shipping fee. I don't care. Bye Kellen Moore, and bye Mike McCarthy. You could have a package deal for free. Y'all need a head coach, by the way. I mean, yeah, they already have their head coach, but
Yeah.
you know what? Mike McCarthy could be the fan that eats cheeseburgers while he's trying to be a coach. You know, that fat motherfucker. You know, I can't stand that guy.
Yeah,
But
man, I think he's a pretty good coach. I think he is.
really,
Yeah.
I mean, I've had an issue with him since his Aaron Rodgers days. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just don't value him as a good coach. I mean,
Like a head
he's a
coach.
good yes man. I will say that he is a very good yes man because
So that's basically what Jerry did. Is we got another yes man. Huh?
yes, absolutely.
That's
They can't.
another thing. That's another thing I feel that's wrong with Dallas. That ain't even got
Yep.
nothing to do with the team. And Jerry needs to go ahead and just be a
Jerry
owner,
needs to
man.
fucking retire.
I mean, you can't tell him. It's hard to tell a man to do with his team, you know, and that's hard, and it's very hard. But
Yeah,
Jerry, I
needs
feel
to
like
go.
he just needs to hire people and trust people at the GM position, trust people at the president position or whatever. So whatever other title that he wear besides CEO. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, he's looking like the goddamn crypt keeper now. I mean,
come
jeez,
on, man.
man.
That's one thing I do. I love Jerry Jones, boy.
Yeah.
Jerry know how to make that money, man.
Yeah.
Jerry know how to make that money.
Yes,
He
sir.
good at
Yes,
that,
sir.
bro. Hey,
But
if that man made Dallas America's team, you hear me? Dallas got more fans
yeah,
than anybody, bro.
yeah.
The
But
Cowboys got
I will
more
say
fans
this.
than any NFL team.
I will say this though, Booby. The way Tom Landry went out, the way he went out with Jerry Jones stepping in, we already knew Tom Landry was gonna be gone in the
Yeah, a lot of
89.
people don't like the way that went.
Yeah, nobody.
Yeah,
You can
a lot
ask
of
any
people, I
Cowboy
heard a lot
fan
of
that was
people
before that was
didn't like the
born
way that
before. Yeah, you
ended
can
up.
ask any Cowboy fan before 1990, you know,
Yeah,
and they'll tell you right away, fuck Jerry Jones. He's a
yeah,
piece of shit for the way he treated Tom, you know,
yeah,
and then go and hire Jimmy Johnson
yeah.
and arguably our second best head coach of all time. And I still believe I believe that he was our second best head coach. Our number one was Tom Landry. But statistically, it would be Jimmy Johnson because he brought in 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
But
hey, Jimmy, I'm gonna tell
Jimmy
y'all
was
somebody,
a
I'm gonna
dog.
tell y'all somebody who y'all forget that Dallas hired as a GM, but y'all originally wanted him as a coach. Parcells.
Yeah, Bill Parcells.
Yeah.
You know, he's a very underrated coach. He really is.
Underrated, man. Parcells is like, bro, if I'd have made it to the league, that's the type of coach that I like.
Yeah.
Parcells, like a no-nonsense coach.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, Parcells, one of them coaches, you know what I'm saying? You talk that talk, you have to walk that walk too. You know, you gonna work hard. Parcells, one of them coaches, I don't give a, you know, I don't care because you think you feel or might be the superstar. You understand what I'm saying? You know, he want to see you work, man. That's what he about. Hard work, dedication.
Oh, that's a good saying. Oh yeah.
Hey, Parcells, before he did a year over there.
Yeah.
As a GM, I think.
Yeah.
He did a year over there. That's how they started putting that team together when he went and got Jimmy.
Yeah.
Parcells started putting that team together.
Yeah, not Jimmy. It was Parcells.
Parcells started putting that team together.
And then Jimmy brought in
maybe 2 years.
And then Jimmy brought in the coaching staff.
Coach, yeah. Don't get me wrong, Jimmy did his thing though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Jimmy did his thing.
After Jerry Jones and Jimmy had their little squabble,
yeah.
Barry Switzer came in and fuck everything up.
Nah, he got him one though.
He got his one, but
he got him one.
But
he got him one. Jimmy got two, and he got one.
And I'm defending Troy Aikman. Okay, he never liked Troy Aikman from the moment he got him to Oklahoma and said, "You're not starting." Troy Aikman decides to go to UCLA. Oklahoma fans, they know this more than I do.
Yeah.
And then
I did not know that. That's
they've had beef since.
So Aikman was supposed to be at OU.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to ask my boy about that, man. My boy is staying in Abilene. His whole family graduated from OU. They diehard OU people.
Yeah. Hey, tell him this. Hook 'em horns.
Oh yeah. I'm always gonna tell him hook 'em horns. I'm always gonna tell him.
So your prediction is the Cowboys winning the. I'm
taking the Cowboys. A lot of my friends, they watching this, they're gonna be like, "That boy don't like the Cowboys." I'm taking the Cowboys over Big Arm Tom because it's that time for them to get. They're gonna go too deep in the playoffs this year.
Oh, okay.
They're gonna go too deep this year.
I like Cowboys,
man. You Cowboys and you Cowboy fans, people out there listening, any of you players or anybody, say, man, y'all come on with it, man.
All right, there you have
it, man.
So me and Boobie had some agreements and some disagreements on this show, and I love it. I love it. So I'm gonna give you the final word because we are running short on time.
Okay.
Before I hit my theme song,
okay,
or the PMP's theme song. Here I am talking like Deion Sanders. Good.
No, hit me with my theme song.
Give me my theme music. You know what I mean? So, what would you like to tell the PMP crowd, and what's your final thoughts for this NFL season, and your final thoughts in general? I mean, you can say whatever you want.
My final thoughts for the NFL season is it's gonna be a good turnout. I'm gonna look at I'm gonna see the Buffalo Bills play, and I think it might be the San Francisco 49ers. That's the team I got coming out the NFC. I really want Jalen Hurts to get there. But something about that week, man. When you get that week off and don't play, man, it's janky to me. It's janky to me. But I feel that. I think all in all, man, that it's a good year. I'm glad to see that the young man from Buffalo is doing well. And
amen.
Another football season has come and it's wrapping on up shortly, man. And it was a good year. A lot of teams stepped up, different teams stepped up to the plate. I love it, man. Can't wait till next year. And for your listeners here, man. Thank you for having me on, first of all, young man. Yeah. I really appreciate you
coming on, man.
Inspiration to the younger generation, man. And keep doing what you're doing, man, because you're doing a beautiful thing. And I appreciate you having me on, man. And I thank all the people out there that are watching and listening or whatever. I thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. And one thing I want to say is I want to put this out there. Bubble Lap, NIL.
Yeah, the NIL app. I did download that. So
the Bubble Lap NIL. Hey, people, y'all check that out, man. If you ain't on Bubble Lap, then you ain't on, man. I'm telling you, y'all gonna love it, man. You able to talk to these athletes, your favorite athletes, your favorite entertainers. download it, man, and Bubble App. It'll tell you how to work it and everything you need to know. But Bubble App, man, NIL, man, check it out, y'all.
Yeah, it's so much better than Cameo. You can actually you can talk to your favorite track and field athlete. You can talk to anybody.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter, man. It's Bubble App got it, man. Bubble App got it. So if y'all like, it's out on Google Play and Apple Store.
Yes, sir.
So,
I actually
check that out.
I actually got it on my iPhone right now.
Yes, sir.
You can get it on Apple. I'm not sponsored by these guys, so unfortunately, I can't really. I mean, I can talk about it, but I ain't gonna.
Really, just set it out there.
But at the same token, it's a good way for these student athletes to get
right, exactly.
These student athletes to get compensated for one, for two, that it's a good engagement for you and your kids to learn about these guys. They're human beings too. They're not workers. They're not slaves to the NCAA. And we hear it all the time. I mean, Coach JB's quarterback Malik Henry talked about how the NCAA treats them like slaves, and that was before. That was pre-NIL. So extremely thankful for Bumble App NIL. Get it on Apple, Google, whatever you can find it on, because if your kid wants to talk to Bijan Robinson, he has the opportunity to. So thank you, Boobie, for coming on.
You're right on. Thank you.
Yeah, and I really do appreciate you coming on. And we've been talking for a while, and I feel like you're part of the PMP family now.
Thank you.
Well, you've been a part of the PMP family. So.
Yes, sir. Hey, anytime you want me on, man. Guess, speaking, don't matter. Just holler.
How would you feel about the draft special? Like if we did our second annual draft special, would you love to come on?
Yeah, let's go for that.
Yeah.
Let's go. Draft night?
Yeah.
Day before.
So it'll be the first round. The first round.
Okay, that's cool.
So
it'll be fun.
Oh yeah. It'll whip your ass into shape, but hopefully I could get Coach Eric Martin on as well. I am working a deal that I could get more guests on the PMP as well. Me and Caleb will be the primary hosts for that draft special, just like last season. I don't know if you watched that draft special. It is almost 5 fucking hours long, so you might be asleep. You might be asleep before the draft even starts.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try to look at something different here, where we just start 30 minutes or maybe 10 minutes prior of the NFL draft.
Yeah.
But I'm real excited to have you on, Boobie, especially growing up as a kid watching that movie, and we all know it's all Hollywood. Who gives a fuck about it, right? But I mean, just having a Texas high school football legend come on, just giving his thoughts about today's NFL is really, really impressive. And it's been real awesome having you on. And hopefully, Coach JB, if you're watching, I want you on my show, man. I want to have the realest talk in PMP history. I feel like we'd have some fun conversations, and I keep up with Coach JB a little bit. I mean, he likes some of my comments. He doesn't read my DMs a whole lot, but that's okay. But I really do appreciate JB putting his input on life, and I mean, he's a good dude, especially when you went off the air, off his show. He gave you a lot of props for coming on to the show. And I'm giving you a lot of props.
Good man, 100. He 100 with me.
Yes, sir. Now, I got to go out with this, man, because SGF Kirk's waiting on me, and I cannot stress you enough that this song right here,
put us on the map. Hang on 1 second. Okay, 1 second. Hang on. 1 second, Boobie. I gotta replay this song. So 1 minute, because sometimes I have this deal where maybe it's not gonna work on that app. So let's just go on Apple Play and let it play on there.
All my haters mad, but I don't give a fuck.
All right. So we are the greatest podcast on football, YouTube, whatever the hell I decide, okay? Coach JB, I hope you're listening. Just kidding. Much love for Coach JB. Much love for Boobie Miles for coming on to the PMP. And we are the greatest podcast in all of YouTube. We are the cream of the crop. We are the PMP. I'm your host, TJ Riddell. Y'all have a good night, and God bless.
Already.
I don't care if you like how stiff. I don't care if you like how wrist. I don't care if you like how stiff. I don't care if you like how
Good night.
Hey.
Turned up in my section. Every night we live it up. All my haters mad, but I don't give a fuck. All my haters mad, but I don't give a fuck. Doing something different, and I had to switch it up. Turned up in my section. Every night we live it up. All my haters mad, but I don't give a fuck. All my haters mad, but I don't give a fuck. This shit is exciting. Do it with our right team. My style, they biting. I'm striking like lightning. I'm bagging these bitch. I'm talking my